Okay, this is going to be about debunking the Mars rover. This is an image of the Mars rover. Obviously, this is shot on Earth. There is no arm extended. You can actually see the guy in the reflection taking a picture. And I talked to a bunch of the kids that are here, and they all, a lot of them think that several thousand people, hundreds of thousands of people will be living on Mars within 20 years. I asked them all, I go, well, do you realize how much it costs to put someone in a low Earth orbit right now? And they go, well, what's low Earth orbit? I said, well, it's the International Space Station. And we can't get there right now. We have to piggyback with the Russians. And it costs about $8,000 a pound to get something just into low Earth orbit. And that's 200 miles. And Mars, they don't even know how far Mars away is. I go, well, you realize the moon on average is 237,000 miles. And they're like, no, we didn't know it was that far away. And I go, well, Mars is over 90 million miles away. And you have to take everything with you. And it's just not going to happen. You're not going to be living on Mars. Well, they're looking at the stuff around there, and a couple of them, the lights go off on them, and they realize, it's not going to happen. This is all fairy tales. A lot of things I'd like to point out here. These rovers have solar collectors on them to power them. And remember, the Martian, the atmosphere on Mars, according to NASA, is only 1/100th as thick as the Earth's atmosphere. And although they admit to water on Mars and frozen ice, they say that they even now admit to geysers on Mars. But they, according to NASA, it can't rain on Mars. Well, you know this if you've got a car and it goes through a dust storm. They do have dust storms on Mars. You know this if you go through a dust storm, your car gets dirty and the dirt doesn't just fall off. It either has to rain on it profusely, or you have to wash it. Well, the Mars lander has solar arrays, and it also has lenses, and something is cleaning off the lenses on the Mars rover. Now, there's other anomalies that they find on these. So, actually, Google Earth snagged Mars, faking it on Devon Island. Devon Island is the world's largest uninhabited island, and they found several copies of a rover-type vehicle, and that's where they shoot it all. And then when NASA got busted, they claimed, oh, well, the reason we were doing that is because it looked like Mars. And here's a picture of the rodent that they found on a Martian, in a Martian picture. Now, you see the stripe on this rodent here. It's actually a lemming, which are endemic to Devon Island. And specifically, the stripe you see on this one, see there's a stripe running down it right there. Lemmings have small forelimbs that they can tuck under to conserve their body warmth. Well, that lemming is specific to Devon Island. We're going with the stripe. So anyway, they snagged them. Google Earth, just do a search for Google Earth Mars colony Devon Island, and they shoot in different places. But they also got busted doing this. So this was a hot topic a little while ago, that they thought they found a humanoid on Mars. So if you look at the way the rover is built, there's nothing that can cast a shadow like this. Well, look at this shadow real carefully. It looks like a man with a backpack on, and he's cleaning the lens cover. He's cleaning the lens or making an adjustment to it. So what happened was he was making an adjustment to the rover, and he was cleaning this part right here, or making an adjustment here, and the sun was over behind him, and it caused his shadow to go down here. And so all the shots on Mars are shot in Devon Island. I think some were shot in Greenland to change it up a little bit. Yeah, why would you have to go to Greenland to shoot? There isn't a place in the United States that looks like Mars. No, and that's what they said. They said, well, we had to go there because there's really no place in the U.S. that could do that. So all this stuff from NASA's fake. They faked the moon landing. They fake almost everything, to be honest with you. And you can't trust them. They're just a propaganda arm. And anyway, check out Russian vids, Truman. These are all YouTube channels. Rob Skiba. I got more on covering all this stuff. And Stanley Kubrick faked the moon landing if you're interested in that. But anyway, that's all I'm out.